Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, was released on May 5th in 1983. And last night, I had a chance to go see it again on the big screen. It's at my theater here is called Malco Theaters, and I was thumbing through, to see what was on. Kind of in the mood to see a movie, and Return of the Jedi popped up. Just a limited showing. It's actually here in Memphis at a theater location that I normally don't go to just because it's further away from my house. But what a thrill to be able to see it on the big screen again. I think last time I saw that, I was 10 years old in the theater. I was 10 years old. So it's been a while. Certainly watched it numerous times. From all different types of formats, purchased it on way too many different formats. And, so I did some research. I guess part of the reason for this is the whole May the 4th thing. Maybe that's why they had it out. They didn't say that. It's also the 40th anniversary of the release, so that could have had something to do with it. To top it all off, tickets were only $6, which also reminds me of 1983. Malco has a points program, and you didn't have to use any points, but on Tuesdays they have $6 pricing on certain movies. So double, yes. I would have been willing to pay full price to see that. So I just thought I'd give a quick little review of how was it. You already know the story. I'm not going to go into that, but some things that really, I guess, kind of had the put the exclamation point on it for me. This movie has stood the test of time. Everything from the graphics, to the sound quality. I think there's two things going on there. You've got Skywalker sound involved, and then you've got John Williams, the composer, equally a part of this movie as the directing from George Lucas. And the story alone is the classic good versus evil. And when you just kind of sit back and enjoy it, it's a wonderful film to watch. It is 2.5 hours long, maybe a little more, but worth it. If you get a chance to go see this in the theater, I would highly recommend you take it. I noticed, during the scene with the Rancor this time, Luke gets dropped into the pit with the Rancor, and he's coming at him. One of the pit guards is down there and gets eaten by the Rancor. He grabs him, kind of gnaws on him a little bit. You see more, obviously, on the big screen. There's more going on. You see Jabba's drool kind of coming down his mouth. You can see the splinters and the bone kind of thing that Luke uses there, and the sounds. It was a delight. I heard things and even saw things that I haven't seen on the small screen, and it was just really enjoyable. The graphics held up, not just from an integrity standpoint of the film, the physical film, but also, the whole use of graphics. I think this was before Lucas got into CGI. Obviously, the computers weren't capable of doing that back then. But even what he did have at his disposal, he didn't overuse it. The scenes look real. To me, the ships still feel like we're in outer space. It doesn't feel like we're watching a home video of them. You've seen those models that they make in the behind the scenes film. I don't know how they did it. I've seen the behind the scenes. I still don't know how they did it. And I'm in film, so it was really fun to watch. Back to the Rancor, I'm watching it and I'm enjoying the scene, and I know what's going to happen, but I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, well, he grabs this. There's this sense of fear. Oh no, this giant monster thing's going to grab him like it did the pit guard. I'm thinking, why doesn't he just use his lightsaber? That's what he uses for everything else. And then it dawns on me, there is no lightsaber. He lost that in Empire Strikes Back at this point when Vader chopped his arm off and told him he was his father. So the lightsaber is gone. Little do we know up until this point that he's constructed a new one, and it's hiding in a little ejection chute in R2-D2. Interesting that he gives the droids to Jabba as a token of his goodwill, knowing that he will get them back, just from the fact of him, hiding the lightsaber there. He knows that R2-D2 is still going to be involved in his story. Thought that was interesting. But of course, he uses the bone, and the Rancor snaps it and drops him. Luke goes and runs over, and then hits the door, and it comes crashing down on the Rancor. And then they go out to the pit of Carcoon, I believe it was called, Sarlacc. I don't like, and for those of you who like the re-edits, you're not going to like this part, but I don't care for any of the additions that Lucas put back in these movies. You see in that Sarlacc pit, you see the monster kind of coming out and trying to grab Boba Fett and some other people. That part, if there's anything that's cheesy, that looks cheesy to me. I don't like it when Vader screams no at the end, where I don't know what was going on there. I don't like it at the end where Luke's about to, he's frying there in the electricity, the Force lightning, and you're wondering, is Vader going to take care of this and kill the Emperor? Right before he grabs the Emperor and throws him over, you hear him yell out no twice during that scene, and it reminds me of an episode, what is it? I guess it would be episode 3, where he kind of does a similar thing. And when he's, being reconstructed with the Emperor there, and he's talking about Padme, and he hollers out no, it doesn't do anything for me. It makes it a little more cheesy. The music is creating all the emotion that you need. John Williams is so good at composing these films. He's good at all the films he composes, but this one particularly, he's just in step with every frame. We don't need to hear Vader screaming to feel the emotion. Just let the horns and the tubas and all the different brass instruments take care of that, and the strings. I think my favorite scene of this entire movie is the part where Vader kind of threatens to Luke that, maybe if you will not turn to the dark side, your sister will. Luke comes charging out, and it's clashing back and forth with the lightsabers. But if you listen to the music in the background, it picks up kind of this chorus music, this low hum of the chorus, and it's the struggle of good versus evil, and all the way to the point where Luke is just chopping away, takes Vader's arm, Vader falls down. This is something we've never seen before. The music is perfect. And it's almost giving me chill bumps now. It definitely did in the theater last night. So it's out at the Malco still. If you're in a city that has Malco theaters, go check it out. Obviously, this film, I'm being Gen X, a kid growing up 10 years old in the 80s when this film came out. It's in my top... I'd say it's in my top 5 films of all time, and that includes all the Star Wars films. This one is not my favorite Star Wars film, but my second favorite. I'll review my favorite Star Wars film in the next video. Everybody enjoy May the 4th, and have a great rest of the week. May the 4th be with you.